Tommy, you've had, I suppose, lots of great nights this season. Disappointing one tonight, 4-1 defeat to Cabinteely. What was your take on it?
Look, I thought we were sloppy. We gave away sloppy goals in the first half, Colm. We were a bit too open, I felt. I thought, we were coming back into the second half till the penalty decision, I felt. We were creating chances, and I thought we were well in the game. And even with 10 men, I thought, they looked to counter-attack, and they counter-attacked very well. They got a couple of, they got another good goal. So I thought we played okay overall. It's just defensively, just a couple of sloppy mistakes, and then the penalty kills it.
You're without Sean Gearns and Anthony O'Donnell, obviously, and as you said, new combinations at the back, and you're 2-0 down. Tyler Connell's goal just before half time from the header gives you a lifeline. What was the message at half time? Obviously, you made 2 changes as well in terms of personnel. So, what was the message at half time, and what did you look to improve on?
I just moved the ball quicker and cut out the silly errors, and stop giving the ball away. Move it quicker and get it out wide and get the balls in the box, because it's a wet night, and keepers can spill it and get some set pieces, and just give the crowd something to cheer about. And I felt we were doing that for the first 15 minutes. But look, they broke away, and it was a decision that the ref made, and they took away the penalty, and the game was over after. Well, look, I think at 3-1 we were still kind of in it. We were creating a few chances, but nothing seemed to go in for us tonight. It wasn't going right, One of those nights, we just tried it off.
What was your take on the penalty? There was some people maybe felt, local home supporters thought maybe it might have been outside the box, the contact, if there was contact. What was your take on it?
I thought there was contact. It was outside the box, and Mark Ludden was covering. So looking back at the video, but look, you get some right, you get some wrong. That's the way it is.
You lost Kieran Hannon obviously to injury, Tommy, fairly early on, and you had to rejig things there. He gives you that option, out ball, he holds the ball up well. That was a bit, obviously, a setback for you there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, a big loss, and look, we didn't have Matt McKevitt to bring on tonight either, which is, he's a big player for us as well, especially off the bench. So, but Sean done well up there, and I know he likes to drop in a bit more than Red. But look, we'll drive on to next week, and hopefully we can have a couple of lads back.
I suppose one of the positives tonight in terms of the team just below you, Galway lost at home to Cork, so you haven't lost ground there, and the other results, I suppose, possibly went your way. There's still a third of the season to go. There's a lot to play for, isn't there?
There is, and we just keep plugging away, and we get back to the basics now next week, and hopefully we can get a result. But it's going to be really difficult. Like, we're going up to Bray, and Bray are on a good run. I don't know how they get on tonight. Did they beat Wexford? Yeah. So I think they've only team they've lost on in the series is probably Shells. Maybe I think they've kind of won or drew every other game. So it's a really tough outfit. It'll be a difficult task for us.
Do you think will it be difficult to pick the players up during the week, or do you think they'll dust themselves off pretty quickly and go again and look ahead to a very important game next week?
Well, I hope not. Like, these lads have probably had 2 bad games, and it was against Cabinteely out of like 18 matches. So and even at that, I don't think we were too bad tonight. We played some good football, and but it just, things didn't go our way.
Conor Melody coming, he's been unfortunate with injuries, and obviously hope now he'll be able to build up his match fitness and get going and play a part through that final third of the season.
Yeah, look, he was, Conor was a great lad. He's a great lad around the place, and it's good to see him get some game time. He got 10 minutes last week in that loan as well. But yeah, look, it's good to get him minutes in the legs.
You don't get too high. You never got too high through any of the victories. I'm sure you won't get too low after tonight. Third of the season to go, I'm sure. Before a ball was kicked in anger in the first division, you'd have taken the position you're in right now. Yeah,
that's what I said to the lads inside. Like, we've, how many games have we lost? That's our 4th game. So, it was probably by the highest margin, all right. But again, as I said, there's lots of positives to take, and we learn from the mistakes, and we move on.
In terms of personnel, Sean Gearns back soon. Will Anthony O'Donnell obviously suspended, so he'll be back in the mix.
Yeah, Anthony will be back next week. Sean is probably 3 or 4 weeks off, and same with Dean George, and Brian Murphy's probably same 3 weeks off as well. Matt McKevitt's probably a couple of weeks off.